Got Clay back. You got Woodson coming back next week. It's gonna keep getting better and better, day by day.
See the Heat beat the Wizards.
Wow.
Dominated them.
Okay. Challenge. Let's start at it. Tells us, journalize the following transactions on page 1 of the cash payments journal and general journal given in the working papers. Payroll withholdings for employee income tax and U.S. savings bonds are provided. Calculate the other payroll withholdings using tax rates provided. The tax rates provided are on the previous page. And it looks like standard tax stuff. It says no total earnings have exceeded the tax base for calculating unemployment taxes. Okay. Can handle that. Oh, I don't have it on your screens, do I?
Nope.
Sorry, is that better?
Yep.
Alrighty, it says then, write a check for 15 U.S. savings bonds at $25 each for employees. So, just like you handle savings bonds the exact same way that you handle taxes, you withhold the money, and then at the end, you pay for them. So, it tells us that we are writing a check to the United States government for 15 savings bonds at $25 a piece. And so you take 15 times 25, and that will give you what?
A big number.
It's got to be 375, right? So we have U.S. savings bonds payable 375. Check number 195. Okay. Next one said paid the December liability for employee income tax, Social Security tax, and Medicare tax. Check number 204. So how do we know how much it is? Oh, it says right here. The balances in the general ledger as of January 1st of the current year are recorded in the working papers. So we have X number of dollars in employee income tax payable, and that's how much we owe. $12.92. So on the, what is it, 15th? On the 15th,
Oatmeal this morning.
employee income tax payable, 204, $12.92. What else do we have to pay along with employee income tax? We have the other two taxes. Social Security and Medicare. So our balances in those are $1527.50 and $176.25. You guys seeing where I get that, Chris? What did I say? 1752. No,
15.
15. 2750. And then 176.25, right? And that's just the balances, because I know that whatever I take out and I put in those is what I'm going to owe. So I add 1292 plus 15, 27.5 plus 176.25. 29.95.75. $29.95.75. Okay, 31. Wrote a check for federal unemployment tax from the 31st.
What's happened?
How much is in there? Federal unemployment tax. $264. And what was that? 210. State unemployment tax is $17.82.
How do you know if you have to write it over there or not? On the cash credit.
Well, you always write it over there unless you have multiple for one transaction. So I have multiple for this one, so I only write it once. Okay. Recorded. Oh, sorry. Paid January payroll. Payroll total 12,200 less deductions. Employee income tax 805. U.S. savings bonds 125, and the associated other taxes. Okay. So we have a salary expense. Our salary expense is 12,200. The deductions that we have from that, it tells us we have employee income tax payable. And it tells us that it is 805, right? You have U.S. savings bonds. Payable at 125. And then we have to calculate the other stuff we owe. So, Social Security tax is 6.2% of that, right? So 0.062 times 12,200, 756.40. So that's SSTP 756.40. And then we have Medicare 0.0145 times 12,200, 176.90. So now we take 12,200 minus all of those. Minus 805. Minus 125. Minus 756.40. Minus 176.90. 10,336.70. Okay, then 31st, recorded employer payroll taxes. So these are the taxes that employees pay. Now we have to record the taxes that employers pay. Employers pay 4 taxes. What are they?
Federal. Social Security.
So I know this is,
Medicare.
yep,
And
Wait.
marital status.
I know this is a payroll tax expense. Draker said employers pay Social Security tax payable. They pay what else?
Medicare.
Medicare.
Marital status. So I don't know what it's called.
They pay unemployment, tax payable, federal, unemployment, tax payable, state. Social Security tax is the exact same that the employees paid. So you flip back and you look, and that was what? $756.40. You've got Medicare tax, which was $176.90. And now we have to compute the unemployment taxes. The unemployment taxes is your total salary, which is $12,200, times 0.008 for federal, which is $97.60. And then 0.054 times 12,200 gives us $658.80. I add those 4 up, and I will get my total payroll tax expense, which is $1689.70. I put that on the wrong line. Sorry. Okay, it then says we're going to post these entries. So, posting, nothing to it. We'll post these and then we'll call this a day after we get these posted here. So, U.S. savings bonds payable, $375. So on the 15th, it is from CP1. It is debited $375, which now gives us a balance of what? 0. So I come back in here. That's $21.80. Employee income tax payable on the 31st, CP1 debited $12.92, gives it a balance of 0. That was account number 2120. I've got Social Security tax payable on the 31st, CP1 1527.50, balance 0. 2130 goes there. Medicare tax payable. $31st, CP1 176.25, balance 0. 2140. Unemployment. Federal. 31st, CP1 264, 0. 2150. Unemployment state. 31st, CP1 1782, 0. 2160. Alright, salary expense. CP1 31st debited 1220. No previous balance, so I gotta open it. 2012 January 31st, CP1 debit 12,200, gives me a balance of 12,200, 6170, 6170. Now I'm going to add balance to these accounts that we just zeroed out. So employee income tax payable. $31st, CP1 credit 805, gives me a credit balance of 805. That's 2120. U.S. savings bonds payable 125. 31st, CP1 125. $21.80. SSTP 756.40. So on the 31st, CP1 756.40. 756.40. 2130. 2130. Medicare tax payable 176.90. 31st, CP1 176.90. 2140. Okay, now we got to go to the general journal. We got 5 more. Payroll tax expense. Open the account. 2012 January 31st. CP1 1689.70.
Isn't it the general journal?
Yeah, you're right. G1. Good catch. G1 1689.70. Gives us 6150. SSTP. We're going to 31st, G1, 756.40 gives us 1512.80. That's 2130.
And what was the balance?
1512.80. What was that number? 2130. Medicare, same thing. 31st, G1, 176.90 gives us 353.80. That's 2140. And then unemployment tax. Federal, 31st, G1, 9760. Gives us a balance of 9760. 2150. And then the last one, state, 31st, G1, 658.80. If you didn't get done with this, tomorrow if you want to catch up, you know where it will be. S drive accounting folder.